What's up, guys? It's your boy Curty T here. I'm doing a new style approach. As you can see, Tom is not here. The new style is I'm going to be a bit more in depth with the analysing of the games and how to, work out how to improve your team and stuff. I saw Abbott HD Gamer do a similar video for us in the Lincoln City team in VPG, and he did a very similar video explaining, how OFR. How they approach the games, and how our team should approach games like that. So obviously there's going to be commentary still, but we're going to pause the video every so often on different highlights to sort of analyse it and go over it. Currently I've got a pen, so you will see all the markers, a bit like Sky Sports, and it'll be nice and fancy. But yeah, anyway, let's get cracking. Kicked off. Here we go. Arsenal taking control of the ball with eye shock. Arsenal are probably going to look to try and dominate possession this game, whereas Derby, I know for a fact that we tried to nullify their attacks and defend deep and just try and catch them on the attack every so often. Here we go, so Arsenal on the attack here, looking to get a goal, got a nice shot off, great animation by the goalkeeper, and it's cleared eventually. Here we go, another ball cleared by Derby. Can Derby get onto it? No, they cannot. Here we go, Arsenal slowly working the ball about. And they are in, but it's luckily saved by the goalkeeper and the ball was cleared. So let's start on the analysing of the game. So here we have I'm assuming the left back. I don't know these players, but I'm assuming this player is the left back. This player here has got tons of space, way too much space. He has the ball for a good couple of seconds. This needs to be pressed down by either the right winger, who needs to be on his marker here, and he's lost his marker. Not too sure why he's over that side of the pitch, but should be over defending the right hand side, the left back. The reason for that is so the player on the ball doesn't have enough time to do what he does, and obviously you can tell he's got so much space. You got this player here and this player here, both looking to get into that space here. They're both at full sprint. The two centre backs are here, quite static, walking. Should probably be closer to each other. Like I would probably say, with this guy going over here to mark, this guy should be looking for whoever the right back is. The striker is probably not too bad of a position. Maybe should drop in and help the midfielders out here, especially if we're looking to defend. This player here should probably be here, and the DM needs to be over here most likely, which will allow Berger to be in here to track this marker. But also at the same time you could have this defensive line. Look at that defensive line. It's not the best to say, and what they could be doing here is already drop him to give a bit more space. Also at the same time I would probably have this defender come over to about here, have this defender over about here, and maybe push the right back up a little bit. I know the full back would probably look to play the ball in here and get it out to the channels, but my theory is if they're out in the channels, they're not going to hurt you as much as they would in areas like here. If you play them outside the two the two posts, then they're most likely not going to be able to touch you as much, or not touch you, but attack the goal as much. You are defending the goal. That's the only reason why they can score. Therefore, you defend that area of the pitch. So let's let the play go out. But like I said, if those players were in that position, they would probably be able to nullify this attack a little bit, and it wouldn't have played out as the way it did. But in the end, that player ends up making the run in behind. No one clocks onto it. Good save by the goalkeeper, and it's sort of dealt with, and the game sort of continues from there. Can Derby weather the storm? Who knows? Arsenal on the attack again, looking to get another goal. Here we go. They're on the wing. We know they're not going to cross. Well defended, well covered out, but probably should have just smashed it up the pitch with a circle. Remember, that's one thing a lot of people don't understand, is that you press circle once and he clears the ball regardless. So yeah, here we go. Here's a criticism, or a way that we can improve the attacking attempts of Derby, and this is an issue. When you're playing counter attack, you don't get much of the ball. I get that. So what happens, the ball should play out here, which is the right ball. This player here has so much space. Look at that space he can burst the ball into. So let's let the play go out and let's see what happens here. So the player gets it. He's got so much room. Look at this room he can burst into. And look how much time that will give the back four and the midfielders time to get up and have the ball for a couple of seconds. Because right now, Derby have been on the back foot, getting pummeled with attack after attack after attack. And I'm not funny, you can have the best defence in the league, but if you're suffering attacks after attacks after attacks non-stop, you will not win the game. You will never win a game like that. You might draw, but you won't win a game. So right here, the player needs to be drifting off into this space with the ball. So let's see what happens. So he gets the ball and he's continuing to run into the space into the middle, which is not too bad. But when your team is looking to get in behind and looking to get a goal on the counter attack, you need to be looking at your map. Because I can see right here, we got Blue, who I've now painted yellow on the bottom of the screen. But he's here. He's here, right here, right here. He is nearly in line with the defenders, which for me, as soon as a striker's in line with the defenders, he's beating them in behind. This player here, needs to be looking for the pass round the back or even over the top, because this player will run onto it and he will look to get in behind. That's what he's doing. He's looking to get in behind. He's looking for the pole. We're playing a counter-attack system, and at that point you have to look to get in behind quick. If you hesitate and try to keep the ball, you will never break, you will never have an attack. It will never work. So here we go. We let the play go out. Player's already made the run in behind. We try to keep the ball, but as we're not great on it, we end up losing it. And you need to get in behind there. As you can see, one of our centre-backs have now disconnected. And this is the same sort of situation. We tried to get in, and it nearly worked. We did a good counter-attack here. The ball came over. Well won by Ginge. This is where your composure comes in. It's a great first touch by Classic. Great first touch. Takes his time, but then plays the ball instantly. What he needs to do, he sees the two defenders here. He sees your striker or the right winger here. If the right winger's out here, I mean, happy days for him. He's got so much space. But the fact he's playing the striker role at the moment is a little bit of an issue, but at the same time allows us then to analyse this part. So what he needs to do is wait for the player to get to about this line here where he's in line with the defenders, which he will then burst through and play for. Burst through and have an attack on goal. Or maybe he gets caught up, but at the same time he gets into space. But obviously the ball's played early. The ball happens and they clear it and deal with it. That is a great save by the goalkeeper. Here we go. Arsenal on the attack again. Well won by their defender. They're trying to play it about inside the box. Maybe not enough pressure, but another good save, and Derby see it out for the half. As you can see, the stats pretty much tell the game and how it sort of played out. But here we go. Could Derby survive onto the second half? This is a good talking point here. These long balls are brilliant. The reason why they're brilliant is due to the fact that, first of all, they put the opposition straight on the back foot. Straight on the back foot. We are making the opposition make decisions. And this is what you need to understand. And people need to understand. If you're making the opposition make decisions, they are most likely going to mess up one of those decisions. People make mistakes. Lots of people make mistakes. You probably know thousands of people on your team that make mistakes. There is that player in every single team. You just need to find him, and you also need to exploit it. If you give them the ball in dangerous situations and make them have the ball in dangerous situations, like one of these, and putting them on the back foot, you will make these decisions. The player here will never pass the ball back, so that's that option ruled out. You don't need to mark that. He will look to play the ball here, or he'll look to play the ball to this player. But this is well marked by one of our players here, marking this guy, so he cannot pass the ball here. So he will either look to get it out of play or play it down the line. This is where you need this player here to be committed to the attack and be just in front. There's no way this player can get the header to him, so he's out the question. There's no way he'll play it to him, and there's no way he'll play it to him, or even back to the goalkeeper. So, you're already making him make decisions, and if he does decide to go to one of these players that obviously he shouldn't be, it's quite easily snuffed out. And if like I said, this player is here and he does make the decision to go to this player to try and play out and keep the ball, you will be there to nick it and you will then progress on. So the player ends up heading it and it goes off the pitch, and that's the end of the attack. But here we go, Arsenal on the attack again, looking to break him down. Igopina doing a good attack, good save, and well cleared. So here's another talking point and the reason why they were able to get in. So as I was saying earlier, defend between the sticks. You got your sticks here and your other stick line here. All of this area is your prime area to be attacked, to defend, and you've got your second sort of lines here, which your, let's say, your second danger zones. They would be more likely your second danger zones that you use your second priority to watch. So as we can see here, as the play unfolds, Igopina does really well on the edge of the box and finds that pass inside. But the reason why he finds that pass, because the player here needs to be pressing. If he presses, he probably cuts out that passing range and also puts Igopina a lot of pressure. As we can see, Berger did apply pressure, but has obviously shown him into the inside of the pitch, which is not where we should be showing him. We should be trying to show him outside. But Igopina does well with skills and things like that, so that's excusable. So that's fine. If our player here presses the ball, he maybe stops it. We could also look at the defence. We got obviously the disconnected left back, which should the left centre back, who should be here, which is now forcing our other right centre back to come across and try and mark it, which is obviously the issue here, because our right centre back would be marking this player, and in fact would allow this player to have a good, a half decent position, but obviously due to the circumstances, he is not in a good position right now. So what this player needs to do is realise, obviously, our left centre-back is out. Our right centre-back is over the pitch too much. And he needs to press this player. He needs to be touch tight to him. If he's not touch tight to him, they will get in like they did just a second ago. If he's touch tight, he gets him. And obviously he makes his run here. If he's touch tight, he defends this area, which is in between the sticks, as you can see. Defends the in between the sticks area, which means he's here, which means he ends up dealing with the situation and not allowing the shot off. But obviously the play happens and he's there to pick up the second ball. But that's not what you want to be doing anyway. You don't want to be defending the second ball, you want the first pass. And here we go, Arsenal break down Derby and finally get the goal that they probably deserve. And I say probably, they deserve to get. Shushing us all the way, because obviously people get upset for playing defensively, which, you know, is just another way to play the game, but people find that really upsetting and hurtful to them. But obviously, not knowing football very well, teams can play different styles of football, and that's okay. So yeah, let's work it out. So iShot gets the ball, very nice pass by Igopina instantly. As we can see here, defensively, the left centre back is okay. We're not doing too bad here. Actually, to be fair, that's not in a bad position. So let's play a little bit longer. Here we go. Now here's the issue. Left centre back default pushes up, leaves the gap in behind here. This is where teams are going to hurt you in behind. Just strike directly in between the sticks in this little area. So this. This left centre back pushing up here is leaving a lot of space in behind, which means this player will make that run. This, for obviously first time ball, is very good. The left centre back is doing a half decent job to track it. I'd say he's doing a pretty good job trying to mark this player, as he's realised the left centre back has just pulled out. So he is doing quite a good job to mark it. But let's play for a couple of more seconds. Let's go through. Here we go. The ball's played. Okay, so what I can see here is the left centre back is worried about keeping the player on. It's about keeping the player the striker onside for the pass, but that's gone. The ball's already gone by then. So the way his player's trying to react is trying to turn to get to it, but that's never going to happen because he's trying to get on the turn. Whereas this player, if you're on the turn, you're never going to get there before a player who's running straight to the ball. It's never going to happen. So this is obviously the first issue with it. Everyone else is not too bad. I would probably have this right centre back here and obviously I would want the left centre back there, but you can't do anything because it's a CPU, so that's understandable. But with the left back getting caught here, does open up the attack massively. So obviously the game plays, he gets in behind, the keeper's looking to commit, and the reason for that is because, in my opinion, at this point here, if I commit, I've got a good one-on-one with the striker. He's got a very hard angle to pass or have a shot around this angle, so he's most likely going to come across, which I've got that angle covered, or I would like to have thought so. I've looked, the centre back's not in a bad position here. He's in line, he can probably deal with that, and the right back's not in a bad position either, so we'll let the play go out. He makes a great pass here. I'm not too sure how it doesn't get cut out by either players, but it just goes behind them all. And my issue here, this is the issue. It's okay, everyone else has marked up everyone, but the issue here is on the right back. And I'm sorry, right back, if you may dislike this video, you may be upset with me, but this is just facts. So here, the right back is in a not bad position. He's close enough to the winger, which I would say is okay. But as you can see, the issue with it is that he makes his run towards the block to block the open goal, and that's my issue. You don't block the open goal. Any goalkeeper knows, and you know, most outfielders know, and people should know, because it's, you know, it's quite basic. But the closer you are to a player and the ball, the smaller the goal looks, because it's harder to kick it round flesh and bone than it is when you've got open space and you've got an open goal to aim for. So if the player, instead of running back, decides, I'm going to mark this player like I should be doing, I'm going to stick on him, when he receives the ball, he does not have enough space and enough time to get a shot off, which may in fact allow the goalkeeper, who's been caught out here, to get back across and defend the goal himself. But obviously the player did not. The player lets the ball go. He's in the back of the net trying to defend a 30-mile-per-hour shot coming at him, while the right centre-back is trying to deal with it. And obviously they get the shot off and it goes in. So well played to Arsenal. Broke open Derby, and Derby just couldn't contain him for long enough. But that's just one mistake that, you know, cost us a goal. Like I said, it's something for people to learn. Instead of making those mistakes, you're never going to block that shot. You're better off getting closer to him. Here we go. Arsenal on the attack again. Once again, they look to get in, and can they create something? Yes, they can. To be honest, I don't really see too much wrong. The right back got caught on the inside. Should maybe be on the inside. Should maybe be closer to the right centre back to deal with that. But you know, a little bit of lucky, little bit of luck that came out of it. The right centre back should maybe have got a foot in, maybe there. Got a foot in there. All he has to do is press circle. I know most teams don't want you to press circle in the box because they're scared of giving you penalties. But your defender's a defender. Let him make the decision whether to slide, whether to tackle. If he does make tackles and slides that cost you penalties and stuff, he is not a very good defender. Let them have the freedom. The ball obviously comes in here, as you can see. As a goalkeeper, obviously it's a poor mistake. Right here, I'm flicking the stick to make a diving save. 1 second. At this point here, I'm flicking the stick to make a diving save for it. I realised my mistake. I should have probably pressed triangle and come out and punch it, and that would have just dealt with it. But obviously I don't. I flick the stick. My keeper does some pathetic little dive, and they get a free header home. And that's their second goal, really. Not too bad defensing. Obviously, I picked out a few errors and issues there, but you know, that's just some of the defensive mistakes that happened. Obviously, Arsenal take the 2-0 win, a very well-deserved win. They, you know, controlled the game. Derby tried their best to keep it out. Just unfortunate. Just couldn't keep concentration until the very end, which was unfortunate. And obviously, we didn't do much going forwards, but there was a lot of broken down attacks that maybe I should have analysed. But obviously, I will work on it for next time. I will look at more of our attacks, more of our attacking plays, and how we should be trying to break teams down and things like that. But if you do like it, please give a like, please subscribe. If you want me to analyse your team and reason to why you can see the goals and how your goals happen, and how you want to try and have your team create more chances and be more dangerous inside the box, then please shoot me questions and tweets on Twitter and DMs, and I will analyse your videos on my YouTube channel, and I will analyse them and go through them for your team to to watch and try and benefit from. I'm always here to help. The reason why I do this is because, or I feel like I can do this, is because I'm a level 2 FA qualified football coach. I played football in many levels for quite high standards. And I've been in football for a long time in my life, and I feel like I can make these educated comments on the game because of that fact. And I just don't think there's many people who play the game of FIFA that are well educated in the footballing side of things and could benefit from this. So yeah, like I said, if you like this video, please give me a like, please subscribe for more. And if you would like for me to comment over your team and analyse your team, then please get at me on Twitter, please leave a comment and I will sort it out. But yeah, thank you very much for watching, and see you later. Boom.